everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I wanted to do a vlog about something I wrote recently. I wrote it today actually, and it's an interesting article for a rainy day like today. I have nothing to do, so I wrote something. Um, we also don't have hot water in my building. We don't even have cold water to shower with. The shower is completely out. So it's been like this for a few days now, and it's on and off with the water. So this is a little bit like international development for me. If I were living abroad somewhere in a rural community where water is scarce and not so available all the time, then this is what I would probably look like. I would be wearing some t-shirt or some track pants and jeans. My hair would be greasy and definitely no makeup. I'm wearing makeup, but kind of look a little bit dispossessed. But so back to this. This is an article I wrote. It's called AI Script and Legalize. No, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm reading off the top of my head here. AI Script and Copyright, the legalization of AI for media communications. Okay, so this article is talking about how I kind of use AI and why it helps me and why it's important that it's allowed to be used for certain situations. So anyway, I'm gonna start reading this article, and I'm reading this article because this is a carryover from my TikTok channel. I used to read articles and short stories and poems and things on my TikTok channel, but I've since then stopped doing TikTok and I've started doing YouTube. It's going quite well, and I just thought that today would be one of those days where I read from something that I wrote. So once again, this article is called AI Script and Copyright, the legalization of AI for media communications. Okay. I have been recently asked the question, how long have you been creating? The answer is always. I have been making arts and crafts art since childhood. I was a creative, intelligent child, and even though I had no idea what art was, I became good at it. No one in my family is an artist. On my mother's side, we have engineers, and on my father's side, doctors. My grandfather was a doctor. Anyways, what I am trying to say is I'm more self-taught than I previously believed. As I had no role models in my family that could explain simple technique to me. In university, I went to lectures and read books. I loathed the art classes. But later in life, recently, I have adapted to online learning and I have gained a lot of insight into the art world, specifically graphic design and photography. I have learned new tricks of the trade in a short time. I have started telling stories through my visual narratives. Why? Because like everyone else, I have to survive on my own. In the art world, you either sink or swim, and I have decided that I am not going to be a starving artist or a hobby artist. I decided to take control of my life and to start a small media activism business called the Peace Campaign. Now, I have previously explained my business purpose, but I have not described how I am going to monetize from it. I am going to make money from selling my art through my own website. Everything is going to go full circle to my creative process and the beginning of design and narrative. Since those troubled university years, I have been looking for something to do with my life. Purpose, goals, meaning. However, it's not since I started engaging with my community library and reading less dramatic books than Frida Kahlo's diary, I have fared well. I have since started reading indie authors. I even wrote my own short anthology of poetry and prose. This small success propelled me very far ahead of myself. I have to work more on my writing and reading skills to be successful, is what I discovered. And I have to somehow incorporate it back into my outsider graffiti graphic style of creation. Yeah, I use AI to filter through the World Wide Web for any information us humans might miss. Yes, I use apps like Gemini and ChatGPT to draw pictures. So why am I still going about my beeswax as if everyone does it? Probably because I have incorporated humanist and social issues to my imagery. I tell stories that have not been told, literally. or I correct stories that were miscommunication through the media. At least I try. I use AI because of its immediacy. It's the fastest way to get an abstract message or idea across. When you need 911, they come to you stopping traffic regardless of where it is. The same with media and journalism. We are not supposed to intervene. Journalists know that to intervene would change the course of nature. We're talking about seals led astray from the ocean here. But we are trained to communicate. We are trained to tell the world the truth in whatever way possible. We are trained to speak on behalf of those who are censored, even when the higher powers try to suppress the meaning of it all. So AI is really useful when you have to save a life. It would take months to paint a picture by hand for an advert. By then, the story might be forgotten or gone for the worst. With AI, I can intervene quickly in the media and with the skill to make something out of nothing, art. I can help by getting there first to tell the story. I can also make it beautiful, as reading had taught me, or horrific, but at least it's written properly. So that's my article, and this is just another edition of my TikTok channel on YouTube. It's set up a little bit differently here. Maybe I will start doing this as a thing for myself, where I will read articles, or maybe I will just post them. But today I felt like reading an article and giving like a formal introduction to my work. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the vlog.